What's up, folks? Welcome to the Yankee Yank. We got a lot to talk about before we enter the All-Star break. Now, the Yankees, they had a few wins, but then they lost two in a row to the Cubs. They had that big game with the three home runs by Cody Bellinger. That was awesome. Listen, folks, we got to talk about some serious stuff. I'm glad Aaron Judge is an All-Star. I'm glad Rodon's an All-Star. Freed, they have a good team. But, folks, we have to realize that the Yankees are in a division called the AL Beast. The AL East Beast. It's a beast that keeps chopping all the way to the end of the season. Now, some other, I think that the NL West is pretty uh, competitive, but not as much as the AL East. I mean, my last video, I said, "Uh-oh, folks, the Rays are right behind us," and now I'm like, "Uh-oh, it's the worst case scenario. It's the Red Sox that are right behind us, one game," and I'm like, I'm sweating it because they look like a really good team, and they're not like the Dodgers or the Yankees, or if I had to compare them to another team, I can't. It's a they're a true underdog, pound for pound uh, underdog dark horse team where everything's just clicking and they're just kind of this ragtag team, Cinderella team, and that's what the Red Sox look like. And not taking anything away from Garrett Crochet, but he's one of the best pitchers in the league right now. Uh, and you're looking at Lucas Giolito turning things around. Listen, there's a lot to like about this Red Sox team, and you like these underdog stories, but when you're a Yankee fan, you don't want it to be the Red Sox. But looking at the principle of baseball, it is a good underdog story. But you don't want it to be the Red Sox. But it's but it's I'm happy for their fans that they're finally having some. It was a dreadful season for these Red Sox fans, and it was just a bad, like they're just like puking the whole time, and they had nothing to celebrate. And this 70 game in a row is definitely something to celebrate. But let's get down to the nitty gritty, folks. As a Yankees fan, they got to buckle down and they got to look the Red Sox in the eye and say, "All right, bros, bring it. Let's see what you got. We'll take this all the way to the end of the year, and let's see how this Cinderella story develops." It reminds me of kind of last year's Guardians team, where they weren't supposed to get in there, and then they faced the Yankees. And let's face it, folks, it was neck and neck. And some say the Guardians deserve to go to the World Series. Anyways, we'll see how far this ragtag. They got some real cool guys like Rami Gonzalez and CDN Rafaelia. I just, all right, I'm done glazing this team because it's the Red Sox. I'm not going to glaze them any longer. But I want to talk about DJ LeMahieu. Uh, Imagine if the Rays pick DJ up. They could use DJ. And I'm telling you, he could make the Rays even more of a dark horse team. I don't know. Uh, I just, I still say that the Yankees, in sort of a bad news bears type of way, are going to upset these dark horses because they're a tour de force. And Aaron Judge is not going to lay down for anybody. And he's just going to knock home runs. Stanton's going to wake up. Judgy, Stanton, Belly. Come on now. Those are some hard hitting guys. Anyways, uh, I'm just gonna watch the highlights of the All Star game because let's like I don't care how serious they take it. it is there is something to win from the All-Star break. You get home field advantage. And that's huge. That could last year, right, instead of things go the they had to start out in Dodger Stadium. I'm just saying, like, I the Yankees deserve to be there. They went through the door and stubbed their toe, and that's why they looked so bad. Okay, they went through the door and they're like, hey, let's put in a freaking dude's name, Nestor Cortez. He's like, hey guys, I'm back from the injury. Boom, freaking Freeman hits that thing, and we're just like all the way to the. It was awful. Hey, but at least the Yankees won the World Series. Listen, the Yankees. It would be an upset because they did put the pieces to make them a playoff series. And no, we're not gonna go there. We're not gonna go there. We're not gonna do any it in this half times. We're due to it at the end of the year. Yeah. So DJ going to the Rays would be insane. DJ going to the Red Sox would be a gut punch. But yeah, no. But here's the thing. The Fried and Rodon tandem remind me of Clemens and Andy Pettit. All right, I'm not. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? All right, and those two together are boom boom. Now the reason why the Yankees won in '09 was a guy named CC Sabathia, and he bench pressed the whole team and Matsui and Johnny Damon and Nick Swisher and a few other people. But I want the Yankees. All right, this is what you pay. This is what people pay for. I want the Yankees to find some chemistry, and I'm not just like blunt force chemistry. I'm talking about wins that they have to realize that there is no more moral losses. They got to grind it out and get those extra inning wins. Find a way to win by one. Not because the thing is, when you beat a team by 5 or more runs, you're gonna make the team mad. Man, these people, they just clobbered us, and that's why they went down. I'm gonna wrap this up. This is it. But like I said, I'm not gonna watch the All-Star game because it's a circus. Anyways, but they gotta find a way to get those 1 point wins and yeah, let's get the other half of the season started. All right, guys. Next time on the Yankee Yank. Peace out.